a chance to have a really great place to grow up and navigate the journey of growing up and exploring different parts of their personalities or their interests.
I'm Agnes Stowicki, Managing Editor with Our Kids. We're speaking with insiders from Canada's leading private and independent schools to bring you insights into school programs, culture, traditions, and leadership. This includes insights from parents, alumni, and administration. This is the Our Kids Insider Perspective.
Yeah, for sure. I think one of the most things as I reflect on my high school experience that I appreciate the most about CDS was just the number of opportunities there are to be involved. I had the opportunity to be involved in sports. I got be involved in like student government. I was able to do DECA, HOSA, explore my passion for entrepreneurship. Anything I wanted to explore in high school, CDS definitely gave me the opportunity to, whether that be sports, academically, or just socially. There are always opportunities to be involved. I was able to always practice my public speaking skills, be in front of the school. And I also appreciated that if I ever had new ideas of ways that I wanted to be involved, the school was always really open to that and always open to adding new events or bringing in new student organizations if that's what students wanted. So I think looking back, I'm really grateful that I had those opportunities. And I think they've really helped shape me into who I am today, especially going into university. I didn't attend any other private schools, but I did attend other schools throughout my like middle school and elementary school. And so I think one of the things that's great about Country Day School is the fact that it's a very tight-knit community compared to some of the other schools I attended. There was less of that community engagement with the school. I think from the moment you step on campus and you're at the welcome barbecue on your very first day to the moment you leave for graduation, they have a beautiful graduation ceremony where every student's able to give their own 60-second speech about graduating and thanking whoever they want to thank. I think that there's so many touch points with the school and opportunities to be involved and get to know the community outside of just like the staff and students, but even the parent community and any supporters of the school, and the alumni community is awesome as well. They come back a ton. So I think that school and community and tight-knit community aspect is something that really differentiates it from other schools that I had attended. And again, something that really makes it stick out in my mind when I think about my education as a whole. I think the first one would be very bubbly. Everyone you interact with has that personality. And I think the school itself, if you go on campus, you will get that energy. So I think bubbly, very charismatic, from like the arts program to sports, very charismatic. And I think the last one I would assign it to is strength. I think that there is strength again in the community, as well as in the support that you get from the school and the administration and the activities you're part of. So I think charismatic, bubbly, and I guess strong would be the proper tense for the trait. Those would be the three traits that I would assign to Country Day School. I think one thing that connects everyone in the student body is just that you're allowed and encouraged to be yourself, and that they have different activities and events that suit every single different kid's needs and personality. So I think the fact that everyone is allowed to be their individual self and finds a place at Country Day is something that brings everyone together, and it's something that's celebrated. They definitely want to celebrate that everyone comes from different backgrounds and has different experiences and different strengths and talents. I think the school does a really, really great job of showcasing that through they have assemblies every Thursday in the senior school. And so any student that has any accomplishments, whether that be in the school or outside of the school, is usually celebrated or mentioned there. There's always, even in the alumni community, they're always sharing different accomplishments and different milestones that alumni reach. So I think the fact that they're so proud of their students and student body and their alumni community and their achievements and talents are celebrated, it makes it such a welcoming environment for anyone entering the school or being part of the school community. So I think that's something that brings everyone together, is just the fact that everyone is allowed to be themselves and everyone is celebrated. So it makes it so easy to connect with one another because it's just such a like really friendly and welcoming environment. I definitely think like education with balance, which is their like main slogan, I think that definitely rings true. And if you listen to my answers from the last few questions, I think you can kind of hear that value coming out. I think the other one, and something that when I look back at my country day experience, like overcoming adversity is something that they continuously reinforce. Like being agile as a student is something they really reinforce, and they really want to prepare you for the next stage of your life, which is either post-secondary education or starting a career. And so I think that everything they do, they want to best prepare you for those next steps, and everything they do, whether that be like through academics and through the math challenges they host or the robotics competitions, or whether that be through athletics or the theater, whatever niche you kind of go into in the school, I think they really value like having balance with your education and making sure your education is first, and that you have the support to be able to do everything else you want to. So education with balance, and really like overcoming adversity and overcoming obstacles and having all the tools in your tool belt to be able to overcome any challenges that you face, because obviously the world is really big and there's a lot of challenges you'll face after high school. But I think CDS really wants to set you up for success and give you a lot of resources and tools to be able to overcome any challenges you face. I think so I started in grade 9, and I was a bit worried that some students had been going there since they were in JK, and that would be a bit harder to make friends, that there'd be a lot of pre-established relationships. So it would be difficult to kind of enter and find my friend group and find my place. But that was definitely like very far from the truth. There were quite a few other new grade 9 students when I started, and everyone was very friendly, very open to making friends. And I didn't feel that I was at any disadvantage not being there from a younger grade, and that I was able to come in and automatically kind of find my place, find my group of friends, kind of find my place in athletics or student organizations. And I didn't feel like I was at any disadvantage. So that was something that pleasantly surprised me when I came in, because I was a bit worried about that entering in grade 9. 100%. I think looking back at I just graduated from university. So looking back at my whole university experience, I think Country Day really set me up for success entering university. I felt prepared academically. I felt that I had gained a lot of communication skills, and that I had learned how to make new friends and be in different situations and present myself appropriately. So entering university, I found it a little bit easier of a transition. And I think that a lot of the opportunities I had in high school, again, through athletics and student organizations, and just like the opportunity to travel, I got to travel to Florida with my school, and all of those experiences really helped shape who I am today, and really helped me find my passions and my interests, which I then continued on to university and now post-grad. So I think Country Day, I do owe a lot of my success, and I think a lot of the growing and learning that I did at Country Day really set me up for success in my later years. Speaking about travel, I think the one thing that I kind of like regret looking back at my high school is that I didn't travel a ton. I did think that going in, there would be more opportunities to go abroad, and there were opportunities. I just think that the years that I was there, they were kind of off years. They weren't hosting those trips. There was a Europe trip for history in my grade 9 year, but I just felt that I was a bit young. I wanted to wait till I was a bit older and more settled into the school. I think I had to sign up within like the first week of being at Country Day, and I didn't really feel comfortable yet doing that. And then unfortunately, I didn't host that trip again until I'd already graduated. So I think looking back, I just wish that I had taken more of those travel opportunities. I did get to travel a bit with athletics, and I did get to go down to Orlando to compete for DECA with my school. But I think there's a lot of great international opportunities that I wish I took advantage of more. I know they do a great London trip for the boys soccer team. And I was supposed to go on one trip for volleyball, but unfortunately it was canceled. So I just think that's the one thing looking back that I wish I took advantage of more. And I guess like one thing I would change about my experience. I think that I'm a lot more appreciative of my experience. I think in high school, I was so excited to kind of get to that next stage and get to university, and especially to get to grade 11 and 12. And that's what everyone's talking about, where everyone's going to go, and you're so unsure of what the future would look like. And so as I entered university, I was much more sentimental about my Country Day experience. And looking back, I think now I've just grown so much more appreciative of the opportunity that I had to go to this school. And I look back on all of my memories so fondly, and I'm still very close with all of my friends, and I still keep in touch with a lot of the teachers. So I think I'm just a lot more grateful for the relationships that I built and the experiences that I had. And I don't think I fully knew how lucky I was while I was going to the school. So looking back now, I've grown a lot more appreciative and I'm very grateful for all the time there. And I'm still pretty actively involved with the school. It's great talking to teachers and staying in touch with students and other alumni. They've always been super supportive and are always keeping in touch, which I'm really grateful for. So I'll just continue to build on those relationships and strengthen them as I've gone into university. Have been great. Well, I would 100% recommend Country Day School. I think first, the academics that you get are top tier. I was able to take AP classes. I took my AP placement exams as well. And I think that I was 100% prepared for the University of Toronto when I entered academically. So I think from an academic standpoint, you really are prepared for the next steps that you want to take. And there are a lot of choices for courses, and whether that be sciences or business or arts. I think the second reason would be the extracurricular opportunities. Again, regardless of what interests you, whether that be sports, theater, or academics, they have a activity for you. And because everyone is involved in the activities, it's a great way to meet friends and make so many memories that now I look back so fondly on, especially the athletics. I got the chance to travel to OFSA and compete at like one of the highest levels for high school with my team, and something that I'm so grateful I had the chance to do. So I think from that perspective, you get so many opportunities that you don't get going to other schools. So take advantage of that opportunity. And then I think the last one is, again, just the community and the support you're given, regardless of what you want to do post-grad. There's so many resources to help you navigate that, helping you apply to university or other options, or a lot of students took gap years and navigating that. The school has a lot of resources that you could take advantage of to navigate the next steps after high school. And I think that you get a very personalized, tailored experience navigating that. And so I think that you don't necessarily get that at other schools. So I would say the resources available to you applying to university or whatever next steps you wanted to take, the extracurricular activities, as well as the academics, are the three main reasons that I would recommend Country Day School to anyone at any grade. I would say that I am so grateful that I had the opportunity to go there, and I'm so grateful to my parents and my grandparents for giving me that opportunity, and it 100% has shaped me into who I am today. And I think that it's a really unique opportunity to give your kids a chance to have a really great place to grow up and navigate the journey of growing up and exploring different parts of their personalities or their interests. So I would say I highly recommend it. I also think going on campus and seeing the school is a whole different experience. So if you have the opportunity to, I would highly recommend going to campus, seeing the classroom, just being in the hallways. I think you'll get the energy that I was speaking about earlier. You'll get that feel for being there, as well as meeting some of the staff and administrators and students. So I think being on campus can also help really tailor your or make your decision. And overall, I would really, really recommend it. And I'm really grateful that my parents made the decision in grade 9 to send me there. I think going with an open mind. Like I said earlier, I entered in grade 9, so I was really scared that there weren't going to be people to make friends with, or that a lot of the student groups or athletics would kind of already be decided and that it was going to be hard for me to find my place, but that couldn't be further from the truth. So I think going with a really open mind, you should be really excited. It's such a great school and you're going to have a great time. So take advantage of every opportunity. I think build those relationships, talk to your teachers, ask for help when needed. There's a lot the school has to offer, and you sometimes have to be the one to ask for help. So make sure that you're taking advantage of every opportunity. Like I said, with the travel, if you have the chance to travel with the school, and it's going to be a great experience. And I'm so excited for you. So best of luck and enjoy the process.
For more information about this school, you can visit their profile at ourkids.net.